more about this report. It does seem like a lot of products seem to be gender neutral when they're not.
Yeah, I think that's the main point it makes, that insurers, financial institutions might thinking they're designing products with everyone, but they're not taking into account, different segments and the differentiations of the female experience. They're not really getting it right. So this big number, 700 billion annual revenue, that's a lot of money in anybody's books. That comes from the report author's estimates of money that might be available if banks and insurance companies and the rest of the financial institution changed what they did. So, for example, a large chunk of that, that's 500 million, would come potentially in new premiums for insurance companies, because women traditionally have been both underinsured and uninsured at much higher rates than there are for men.
Emily, we've had all this news surrounding Apple and Goldman Sachs, indeed, with this discrimination that their algorithm was biased against females. Now, this is one thing which, of course, one could point to and say that if women were more senior positions, this wouldn't happen.
Absolutely. And it's an argument that I think campaigners have made for a long time. I think their argument about the current makeup in the financial industry, which, as we still know, despite progress, is overwhelmingly male, particularly once you get more female, introduces very subtle biases, more likely blind spots into the system. Now, obviously, this case in the US, we don't know all the details. It's still an evolving situation. But it's the kind of thing that campaigners talk about, when there's this possibility of, not just PR problems for banks, but equally, potentially, missing out on creating better products.